Daugherty. Tom Daugherty. He rolled a 100 on national TV. A 100, not 100 through 6, 100 through 7. He finished with 100, a C note. And that's not some pro-am where the pros get goofy with their trick shots, and then they bring in some guy who bowls in 2 leagues, and he chokes on the big stage with a 140. That was a professional bowler in the semifinals of one of the biggest events of the year on national TV. And that is one of the sport's most storied events, melting down. And that'd be like, I don't know, Corey Pavin shooting a 108 in the final round at Bethpage Black. A 9-year-old rolling between his legs at Cosmic Bowling with the bumpers in the gutters could get to 100. But just because he finished with the lowest score ever in the finals on TV does not mean that he didn't clutch up. The guy had to clutch up to get to 100. Looking at his final shot, he needed to pick up 2 more pins just to get there. He had a split. I'm not sure exactly what split it was. You had 2 pins on one side, 2 pins on the other. I don't know, the 7, 6, 8, 10 or whatever it is. Whatever you losers do out there. Whatever it was, he didn't make it, but he wasn't trying to make it. He was just trying to get the last 2 to get to an even 100. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of anticipation, a lot more than the guy who was going up against that had a perfect game working. That guy actually finished at 299. Didn't get the tap he was looking for. So what's more pressure? Trying to get those last 2 pins to make sure you get 100, or the last guy trying to strike out to get a 300? I'm going to go with the guy who needed to get 100 because at least the guy bowling the perfect game was good. This guy needed 2 to get to 100. Because the last thing you want to do on national TV is finish in double digits, because that would be embarrassing. Here was the big moment.
Here we go. I need 2, baby. 2.
Come on, Tom. We're cheering for you, bud.
Yeah! Yeah! Give him 100!
Oh, glorious.
Get it and live it up, son.
Come on, Rome. That was the 3-5, 8-6 split. Whatever it was, he didn't pick that up either. But he got to 100. Way to man up, Tom. He insisted he didn't yip up and that he did what anybody else would do in that situation. He blamed his equipment. Quote, I really wasn't nervous. I just threw the wrong ball and I made some bad shots. End quote. Well, the second part of that's true. You threw the wrong ball. My man, I think you picked the wrong sport. You're a pro. You should be able to break 100 rolling a golf ball down the lane. Next time, a marble. A BB. Next time, mix in one of those wrist things. He wasn't wearing one. I'd say that they don't wear those anymore, but Phil Guidry does every single day. Mix in a wrist thing and a pack of heaters and a few long necks, because bowling is one of those, quote, sports that everybody improves at as they get drunk. Tom, 100? I'm not going to lie. When I was a kid, I used to watch that on Saturdays on ABC. I always thought that was great. Kind of liked the format. Kind of liked Chris Schenkel and Nelson Burton Jr. Kind of like that. But part of the reason I liked it was I always looked forward to that one guy that absolutely unraveled and finished with a $150. I thought that was awesome. That loser bowled a 150. Anytime these guys finish like in the 180s, you'd be like, man, that's embarrassing. These guys are pro bowlers. They average 214. And then every once in a while, a guy would bowl 150, and I'd be happy the rest of the day for some reason. So imagine my glee when I saw a guy bowl 100. And needing to pick up 2 more pins to get there. Well, at least it wasn't a big tournament. At least it wasn't on TV. Yeah, it was. You get beard up with your friends and bowl with your offhand, you can bowl 150. You got little kids' birthday parties. They've got the disco ball going. They bowl $150. If you bowl, anybody who bowls 100 is getting a ride home from their parents that day. Cake, pizza, 100, cake, pizza, Coke, orange soda, Fanta, see ya. You know, where the ball barely gets to the pins and stops. And the pin reset comes down and it clanks off it. Paid pro. All right, Dan.